Okay. This thing saying that I'm live. I don't know if I am. This is just a test. This is Boxing Fans Talk TV. I'm trying to make sure my channel is right for next week. I didn't mean to be out for a week, but I had some YouTube issues and all that stuff, and I've been trying to fix it all week. So I'm sorry if you guys were looking for me and you guys couldn't find me. It was some fugaziness going on. I can't really get into it that much. But right now, I'm just making little videos to test to see if I can. I had to go back into my account and reopen my accounts, fix everything, reset everything up. It was just crazy over something I just don't agree with, and I think it's crazy. I see one person that came through. I don't know who that is. If you could go ahead and come through, hit the like button and make a statement in the chats just so I can know if the shit is working. You know what I'm saying? So let me know something because I'm like on old school part of YouTube. I'm not even going through my StreamYard right now because I'm trying to fix it, and I've been trying to fix it all week. So I'm like I said, I apologize if y'all ain't seen it, but like the few people that's in here, can y'all go through the chat and make a say something? Because like I said, it said I'm live. Let me try to do something. Sorry, y'all, I was eating too. Test. Um, Jay Gibson, he hit the like button. There you go, Jay Gibson. I remember you, fam. Miss T did not abandon y'all. I did not abandon y'all. I had a lot to say. But Lord, 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 I'm going to tell y'all what I learned this week about these YouTube rules and regulations. It's crazy. You guys will be amazed. Anytime I learn everything I've learned about this YouTube channel or just trying to do this and trying to do that, I don't mind sharing information, but I can tell you from my vantage point that people, I don't feel like were just more ingratiating as far as, let me show you this, T. Let me show you that. So, and I ain't saying it in a bad way. Hey, what's up? He said, salute to Miss T and the fam. Yeah. I'm an old schooler. Like, I'm not even in StreamYard right now. I'm doing this live because I'm telling you, they would not let me go live for a week, a whole week. I could not go live. So salute to you, Jay Gibson. Um, and I'm gonna explain it again. Monday, y'all know I normally come on Monday through Fridays at 7:30. I don't want to lose the momentum that I've gotten and just scrap my whole channel. So I was like diligently trying to fix this thing. And I've learned a few tricks to the trade. Like, I know now how you can play a song. You can play a song that's, without getting copyright infringement, because that's pretty much what happened to me. And if you play a song, there's certain things you got to do when you play that song. Like, I know you have to, I don't even want to say it out loud because time everybody figure this shit out, then they'll find a way to block that shit too. It's just ridiculous. But I will ask questions that make you say, like, if I purchase the CD or the song or the soundtrack, can't I do whatever I want to do with my purchase? Don't y'all agree? If y'all understand that, hit the like button and let me know. But if y'all think about it, if I buy a bicycle, can I do what I want to that bike? I remember we used to put playing cards in the spokes to make that sound. But that is not how the bike makers designed for you to drive that bike or ride that bike. But that's what we did. We will raise the seat up way higher than it's supposed to. But when you're poor, you lucky if you get a bike. So you growing is insignificant to your mama. When she done bought you a bike, she ain't gonna buy you no bike every year to fit your height. So when you growing up, you learn how to put a different, like if you had when my day we had banana seat bikes, So shit, when we got taller, we wound up putting the BMX type seats on them. We learned how to improvise. But that's not how the designer made it. But hell, once I purchased the bike, it's mine. Just like with your car. So how you gonna tell me when I purchase your music how and when and where I can play it? Now, YouTube, you guys got to get better at that. But I'm here to tell you guys too, it's not necessarily YouTube. I'm happy that I'm even live, that you guys can hear me. It's not even YouTube, because if you think about it like this, it's hard to point the finger at them. If you are an entity, first of all, anybody can complain about you, and they'll take for action. But I don't listen. If you a YouTube content creator and you do that, that's shame on you. You ain't gotta like the person who's doing the show, but don't be that petty. I don't think none of us are that petty. That is not an issue. The issue is if you're an entity, and depending on how big your entity is, like a network channel or something, when they go to complain about you, they not only complain about you, they have suggestions about what should be done to you, right? And when they have these suggestions about what should be done to you, YouTube rolls with it. Google rolls with it. They don't put up no fight. Did y'all know that? As big as Google is, as much money as Google have, and we know they have a legal defense team, and they own YouTube some kind of way. But as big as that entity is, they don't have discretionary money laying around on the side to fight my battle or somebody else's battle. Do y'all understand that? They don't have money on the side set for to be like, wait, whoa. You kind of mistaken with this one. Let me clarify her position. So that's why, like, if you go to call them, they're not gonna answer. They're not gonna answer. I proved it. I stayed on the phone for over 6 hours. Who does that? A person like me that don't have a job, I can do that. I'm retired. Before anybody get to say it, well, damn girl, you should have a job. I'm retired. How you like me now? So don't get to saying that like, I ain't got nothing better to do. Motherfucker, I'm retired. I did the most in my youth. So I'm retired now, and I don't have to work, and I'm still young, and I want to work sometime, but it got to be the job I want to work at, because I get along just fine without having to pull a 9 to 5. I'm okay, and I got my shit all legally set up and good to go. Ain't no shortcuts or nothing. I did my shit the right way. But in the end of the day, they don't have no discretionary money for you to plead your case. Not even to plead it. Not even to say, hey, you think you was mistaken? Hey, ABC, you think you might have, whatever. And I ain't bad mouthing none of the networks neither, like CBS, ABC, and NBC, even though they be the main ones. Because you think you dealing with this channel or that channel, but they're affiliated some kind of way to the big three. And so the big three is the one that's going to come after you. So, when they call and be like, yo, I don't like this shit right here. This channel did. Take that motherfucker down. Take that video down. And while you at it, put them on restriction, do this, that, and the other. YouTube going to be like, all right, with no hassle or nothing. Gonna go in there and simply press the button, and your ass is out of there. And basically, you gotta come back and reestablish, reopen, redo. You don't even know what you gotta do. I was just been sitting here clicking buttons. It had said that in one thing I was restricted for 90 days. That would have said, I was like, God damn, the fuck did I do? And then the other thing, when you open it up, it was like 9/7. So I said, oh well, I tried. That's when I called Google and all that, because you have to call Google. So I called them and sat on the phone for over 6 hours. They never answer their phone. But they have an open phone line, but they will never answer their phone. So you ain't. Then somebody told me good luck, but you have to try anyway. So I was like, shit, I ain't going nowhere. Let me call. I called. They never answer their phone. Right. So I'm like, okay. So I sat there and I was like, all right. So I gotta figure this out. They don't give you no instructions, none whatsoever, on how to fix it. They don't tell you what happened, why it did what it did, or anything. How you violated. They just talk to you like you violated, and that's that. But again, if you purchase something, how do you have restrictions on a purchase you made? That's what happened to me, folks. And I figured I would work I said by Saturday, I'm going to have this fixed and up and running. And I want to come on here and explain to you guys what happened. Now, I still ain't all the way done. I'm in the rudimentary part of the studio, and I can't even, I still ain't figured out how to get StreamYard up and running, but I'm working on that. And I might just have to go back old school with it, because if you guys are hearing me now, and I see thanks to Jay Gibson and Tay, hey, y'all coming through, but y'all coming through the old joint. And I'm just happy to see y'all. Shit, this first time I could even sign in. Tay was like, but salute to you, Jay Gibson, salute King. Tay said the screen is blue. Yeah, because I can't figure out how to put my picture up there. You know, I mean, when you don't use something for a while, you can't really I don't know. I don't know how to put the picture up there. I don't even know what I used to do. This is the rudimentary when you just start out studio. I've been coming to you guys through StreamYard all this time. So bear with me. This ain't gonna be a long broadcast. I just wanted to explain to y'all where I was. Tay said Boost knocks out Errol Spence in 2 rounds and Bud in 1 round. He pound for pound after beating Custody of Clayton. I don't know about that, Tay. I can't conclude that one. I can't really conclude that one, because who is Custody Clayton? Tay say Boots is more skilled than Floyd. I don't know about that one either. Boots is young. This what I see mostly about Boots. Boots is a great fighter. I take nothing from him. But Boots has youth on his side. And we shall see as he grow. It's hard to really ascertain how seasoned a person is until they really get into the mix of it. He hasn't had that yet, more so because he hasn't had the opportunity. Well, I'm not knocking him. Best pugilist. What's up, King? What's poppin', King? He said, hey, Queen T, damn, what's going on with you with your page? Yeah, they got me. They got me, best pugilist. That's what I was explaining. And so I was like trying to share what's going on, what was going on. I didn't mean to be out for a week. Trust me, every day I try to sign in. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe button. They taking away some of my subscribers. I don't really know. But it's like one of the things you learning on the go. When I started this channel, I started from rudimentary settings, and everything that I've done, I had to learn on my own. Was nobody in here helping me? Nobody. I'm not complaining or crying. It was just OJT. This is how it had went for me. So best people just say, got you for what? Well, when I was showing the fight, man, y'all gotta, when I was showing the fight, what happened was, when I was watching the press conference, the pre-press conference before the fight, the Charlo fight, he did his thing, by the way. And I know all of y'all have all spoke on it, most of the YouTube content creators. He did his thing. He did his thing. Y'all know how I feel about the Charlos, but he did his thing. I'm going to give him credit. He did something that I didn't think he could do, was fight off the back foot real good. I still don't think he that great at it, but he maintained his composure, and he did that. I also said if he go in there emotionally, he gonna lose, because Charlo can't focus, I don't think, when he all emotional and all over the place. But I don't know, some kind of way he grew up in that this little bit of time here lately, as far as trying to stay focused and whatnot. Stay focused on the task at hand. And so he stayed focused, and he kept boxing him, and it wasn't, They was both swinging for the fences, but um, they was both willing to let that punch come in and set it up. It was a great fight. It was right now arguably one of the best year's fight, along with Serrano and Katie Taylor. To me, those are two right there. Tay said I had Rolly at number one pound for pound. Best people say got you for what? They got you for the fight. Yeah, Tay said you showed Boots. Yeah, I showed Boots. I showed the first fight. I never even got to Charlo and them. I don't think. They kept. I didn't know what they was doing. Y'all got to think. Showtime at the press conference. Let me get back to that. Said, hey, we are giving away Showtime for 30 days. They offered this to all Americans. Number one. Number two, I'm not monetized. I have not reached that point where I got enough subscribers and hours watched or minutes watched to be monetized. So I'm not making a dime. The day before the fight, I said, don't nobody send me no cash apps. I didn't receive any cash apps. I said, if you want to send me a cash app, send it Friday or send it Sunday. Don't send me shit on Saturday. I won't try to make no money. And I'm probably like one of the last people that actually pay for a cable subscription, to be honest. I pay over $200 a month in cable. Not to mention other networks that I pay for, like The Zone, ESPN Plus. I'm the last person you're going to attack for trying to steal somebody's product, right? But when you offer it for free, and the whole time I got the label up at the bottom, I do not own the rights to this program. I'm also during the program say, hey, y'all go sign up for Showtime. What more do they want me to do? Even before this, I've always advocated that you should sign up for Showtime. Because that's how I make sure I get my boxing. I can live my life. I can go shopping. I can go out on a date. I can go play bingo or do something else when boxing is on. You know why? Because I got cable and I DVR every fucking thing. And my TV automatically knows what I watch and they tape it, even if I don't ask. But I got to set up to tape all boxing. So CBS decides to break me off and say, hey, take down their video. Excuse me. So they took down my video. They took that down. But when I was telling you guys what they do, not only will a big entity tell YouTube or Google to take down your shit, they will turn around and come with suggestions. Strike them. So restrict them. And YouTube, and I'm trying to tell you guys, YouTube and Google might got a legal team, but they don't have no discretionary money to speak on your behalf. And they're not going to speak on your behalf. So if CBS wants to call in and tell them to take down your shit, YouTube is not going to argue with them. They're going to just take it down. But then if you go into, like when I went into my studio, guess what? I did not break no guidelines. None. I was using fair use laws. And I did everything I can to show that I'm not taking it. You can't offer nothing for free and then turn around and say I'm doing something nefarious with your program. Tay said, Rolly stops tanking under 1 minute. I'll tell you, that's kind of big. I hear you. We're going to see. We're going to see. Is that this weekend? No. That's not this weekend. It's another week. Tay then said they have boots. I think, the fight was tonight. See, like right now, I missed the whole fight. Sitting at this computer trying to fix this thing. And this is the first time I was able to go live, but I'm in actual YouTube studio. I'm not in StreamYard, right? And I'm trying to open my shit up for StreamYard. They kicked me out of my Google account. That's another thing they did. I was like, what in the hell? How you cancel my Gmail? Best Pugilist said, reach out to the brother, Mark Nash. He good at setting up those pages. Maybe he can assist you with that. Mark Nash. Is that 78? Best Pugilist? I see my little bro, the active activist. Okay, you back. Yeah, because I was talking to you when they was breaking me off. Can't see you, just a blue screen. Yeah, for y'all who's seeing the blue screen, I forgot how whatever I did before, how I was showing my face or whatever. I still got to work some kinks out. But the fact that it's live, I'm tripping because I don't even know how to bring you in, like beam you in or drop a link or anything like that. I don't even, I just try to put on my earphones. It's not necessary. So all I could do is read your chats right now. But the fact that it's live and showing, I'm happy. Like that's progress. Cause I don't know what I did. I was just here clicking buttons. And as active activists know, I just sit here, I get to clicking buttons and hopefully something work. But I was like, man, I'm not walking away from my channel. This can't be real. And then Best People just say that's probably because sometimes Showtime will stream the undercard fights for free for their channel. That's probably why they got you. The whole thing was free. Best People just, I feel you though, what you're saying, but the whole thing was free. And matter of fact, in their press conference, they exactly said that, hey, we're offering Showtime for 30 days free to everybody. You can subscribe and for 30 days try it out. And if you don't like it before the 30 days is up, cancel that bitch. And then we won't charge you. But if you don't cancel it, they'll automatically keep charging you. Here's the funny thing though. I paid for Showtime. Active activists can tell you. I got a huge cable bill. Because I'm like the last of the Mohicans. They're paying for cable for real, for real. I pay for all of that shit. ESPN Plus, The Zone, other networks that you get fighting on. And see, he tell you, yep, I'm the last motherfucker you want to come at and be like, yo, she getting the shit for the free. You know what I'm saying? And even if I stream, I've streamed before. Because, I'm on this kick of I ain't fucking with, what's they call it, PBC. I can only do it from my phone. I will never pull it up on my TV or none of that shit. You can't tell somebody what to do with their own device, especially if they paid for it. And I gave the example. If I buy a Mary J. Blige album, which I have all my life, Mary could drop an album. I don't even gotta hear what's on the fucking album. I'm going to buy it, right? And in the store, just like they want us to do. You know what I'm saying? And I rock with that shit and burn the brakes off that damn CD, right? But how you gonna then tell me what I can do with the purchase I made? If I'm paying for Showtime, how in the fuck you gonna even come at me and act like I'm stealing your shit or trying to make money off your shit? I'm paying you, motherfucker. I've been paying you. Active activists can tell you. How long we know each other? About 15 years now. How long I had Showtime where I was paying for it? Ever since you know me. And really longer than that. Best Future said the Benavidez card is on now on Showtime. Best Future said no. What you mean by no, Best Future? And Active Activists said, yeah, right. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna get to it. Don't matter who win or lose. It's being taped because why? I got DVR. It's automatically being taped. I ain't missing shit. My shit is set up to tape the first aired boxing program on every channel. And I got every channel that boxing comes on. I got that package. And you got to pay for that. Everybody else I know don't even have a cable bill. I don't even watch TV like talking about it. I watch YouTube. YouTube channels and shit. I don't even hardly ever watch TV anymore. I got Paramount, Prime, Disney, Hulu, Netflix. I don't even watch TV. So I pay for everything. Everything. And they gonna come at me like I was doing something nefarious. Are you serious? I mean, it is what it is. I guess I had to learn the lesson. I'm gonna take the lesson in it. Best Future to say he be on the boxing section with us. He has his own channel too. Okay, I'll look him up. The active actor said been like that for years. Exactamundo. Jay Gibson said my mama a big Mary J fan. I know your age bracket now, Miss T. Oh, Jay, I don't never keep it a secret. A sister over here 50 and proud of it. I know I don't act it and I don't look it, but yes, yes, Lord, the good Lord let me see them years, and I hope He let me see more. I ain't no shame in my game over here. It's funny because I was always the youngest one. It seemed like wherever I went, and then one day it changed. I was like, "Damn, I'm the oldest over. I'm the oldest bitch over here." It's all good. It's all good. Active activist said, "Right on." It's Active Mundo. Y'all know what I'm doing on the weekends. I mean, I try to be real politically correct this shit. But I'm just saying, for any of those who got a channel, or any of those who wish to have a channel, this is shit you gotta be looking forward to. I mean, you gonna broadcast it, you gonna give something free. Everybody who was watching it from their own TV. We were just collectively together, you know. Jay Gibson says, salute to the old heads. 100. I'll take it. I'll take it. Collectively. Like, for real, I could never sit at my studio by my computer um, and watch TV because the way my whole shit is set up. I got a real nice setup over here. Active actors can tell you. He can tell you I got a U-shaped desk, a big hutch on one. I ain't got no cheesy ass setup over here. Best people to say. So I ain't have a TV over here. So I recently, through y'all cash apps, bought me a TV. But I can't be more honest than what I was. I said, don't send me no cash apps on Saturday. I said that Friday. None. Don't send me no cash apps. And guess what? You guys understood the assignment because I didn't get any. I ain't mad about that. It ain't just about the money for me. I do this because I like it. I like boxing. I do this because it's a passion of mine that I'm involved with. Plus, most of my family ain't into it like I am. And you know how you could drive somebody crazy in your family when you talk about something that you really are passionate about, but they ain't. So what better way for me to exercise my demons than to start a channel? And that's why I did it. Because I find people that's just like me out there. And we all are kindred spirits because we love boxing. Best people to say. But they want people to watch it on their channel, not somebody who subscribe to them because they're trying to lure people into getting that subscription. And if they're watching it on your channel, yeah, I get it. But you know what? Everybody know too. If you've watched me, if you have been my subscriber for a minute, and you've been watching my shows since last August, it's a couple of things that I've always said. Y'all get Showtime. I got the Zone. I just got ESPN Plus. I be telling y'all this. People be all the time. My friends be like, "Girl, I could hook your whole suite up where you activists, everybody. You don't need cable. You just need the internet." You know what I'm saying? And they ain't talking about no stealing nobody shit. They just like, you don't need cable these days. But guess what? Ask him. Ask him how old school I am. I be like, nah, I'm gonna pay for it. I'm gonna pay for all that shit. I pay over $200 a month. And then if you add in a pay-per-view, shit, my cable bill be like $400. And I gladly have been paying it. Until Tim Smith opened his mouth, and then, I fell back. I've been having a little shoe money or a little bingo money here lately because I ain't been buying no pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? I got plenty of friends. If I don't buy the fight, my friends buy the fight. I go over their house. Activist said, but it's like the Super Bowl, though. It's free to watch, but it's illegal to rebroadcast it. I feel like I said, I'm going to take the lesson in everything, because I did my best to point people in the direction of Showtime. I put it out there. And it was some people that watch my show when they subscribe to Showtime. And they getting their 30-day free trial on. It wasn't like I was trying to take their blessings or their stuff away, I'm the last person to try to pawn some shit off as mine when it ain't. I got a history degree. I'm going to tell you. And I know people like, well, what that got to do with it? That's one of those degrees where they re-emphasize to death how you do not take somebody else's shit and pawn it off on your own. They even threaten jail time and arrest. the whole time that I was getting a history degree. I never even knew you could go for a degree where the motherfuckers threaten you with the rest and jail time on some shit. Trust me, I know. So I ain't never been that person. I do what I feel. And matter of fact, I don't even watch people's shows in real time unless they come on after mine. Because why? Because I always want to be authentically me. I always want to be authentically me. Activists can tell you because I told them that way back when I started the show, back in August of 2021. I did shit that was authentically me. Now, keep in mind, people have YouTube channels. There's overlap. You can see a person's model and you can kind of imitate their model, but you're not copying them. You know what I'm saying? But it's like if you watch somebody and then you see their show, and then what you heard or you saw what you saw, and I didn't want that to be in my mind when I go on live for the first time on whatever particular day that might be. Now, I'll go back and watch a lot of people's shows. I support people's show. I subscribe to shows I don't even watch. That's just to show my black love. But, it ain't always reciprocal, and that's cool. But that's how I am. But I ain't with nobody trying to take nobody work and just be like, especially no networks or nothing like that. And that's kind of how they hit me off. Like, that's what I was doing. So, like I said, even the stuff that I feel like I don't know or I see it a different way, the best thing I could do from now is take the lesson in it and just do it better. When you know better, you'll do better. You know what I'm saying? Now when they say, oh, it's free, and I'm not going to let my head think that, oh, it's a free for all. No, free don't mean free. So Best Peter said, there's no need to watch it on their channel. She know I'm the Fire Stick King. She rather pay. See, that's a guy who known me for 15 years. That's my little bro. He'll tell you straight up. He tried to tell me. You see his emoji? He tried to tell me, but I'm gonna go old school. I'll pay for it. And then he said, cite your sources. Yeah, I do. I cite my sources. Jay Gibson said plagiarism a motherfucker. Yep. This is Mark's page. Okay, I got you. It just said this is Mark page. But I'll find him. He probably on my IG. You know what I'm saying? I be into stuff. I do stuff. And let me tell you, sometimes shit'll be overlap. Things you say and how you say it, it could be overlap. I know it's things that I used to say all the time that I hear people say now. Hey, I got it from somewhere. Like I say, exactamundo. My cousin used to say that to me when I was a child. That's where I got it from. And as I told y'all, I'm 50. And I'm telling you, he used to say that shit to me when I was under 10 years old. Exactamundo. It's in my lexicon. I'd be like, exactamundo. But if you're wondering where I got it from, that's where I got it from. You know what I'm saying? Or when I say them shits, it must have been, and people laugh. Every time I meet somebody and I be like, man, them shits was good. People laugh because they know that's not proper English. But I don't know where the fuck I got it from. I've been saying it since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So, again, I can't cite that particular source or something like that. But who was a person recently? Like when I said I'll wait, I've been saying I'll wait, but I try to say it like my boy E Thriller when he said I'll wait, I will fucking wait. When he said like that, I be that whole way that he said, that was through him, and I be like in my E Thriller voice. Or I'll say for movies, I be like, after all, tomorrow is another day. That's Vivian Lee from Gone with the Wind. In case y'all never knew that. But that was a saying in a movie that stuck with me. And then sometimes you guys will hear me quote like a rap lyric verse or something. And it just be an old rap because I was around when rap started. So sometimes the shits will pop in my head and I'll be like, oh, and I'll laugh once I say it because I was like, I basically took a rap song and quoted the lyrics. But I'll be like, y'all know where this from is, blah, 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 blah. But when it comes to your music that you buy, you can't even have a reprieve. It's just crazy because you would think that if I play your music on my show, guess what? Some people are listening for the first time. They might like it. They might say, "Ooh, who is that?" It's like free advertising. You would think the artist would like that, but they don't like it. I really don't know because again, I'm old school. If I like your song, I go to the store and I buy your song. You like I said, you can act as actress. Ask anybody who know me. I do it that way. There's no other way that I do it. So I look at it like it's free advertisement. But the way it is now, I understand. I don't have to understand the whole dynamics of it, but I have to just understand how they do it. Now they don't want you to even play their music. I think it's to their detriment. It's free advertisement, but they don't see it that way. And I don't understand if I purchase your CD, can't I do what the hell I want with it? And that's how I feel about the TV. If I purchase cable, why you tripping on what I do? It's my motherfucking cable. It's my TV. But it don't matter what I think. I don't have that kind of power. So I had to learn this lesson. And I'm glad I was able to sign in and talk to some of you guys. And I hope some of you guys watch me in the replay and y'all can understand where I've been. And I hope to be back Monday. I still got some kinks to work out. And I don't know, like, is it all gonna be fit? Because it kicked me out of my Gmail account that goes along with my show. It will not let me load up on YouTube, but it will let me load up on Facebook. And you guys, I simultaneously broadcast my stuff through Facebook. I just haven't done it through IG. I only got an IG page because I got a boxing page. I don't hardly do a lot with it. I do check it and I do speak to people and people speak to me, but I'm not on it like talking about it. I am from a different generation. I can put my phone down and go do whatever else I want. I get calls, be like, "Girl, I've been calling you. Where you from? Where you been?" Oh, my phone was upstairs and I was outside talking to the neighbor. I would lose my mind like most of you guys if I lost my phone or something. But I'm not attached to it like this generation is. That ain't me. I didn't get my first cell phone until I was 30 years old. So I just look at it and approach things a little different. I ain't saying I'm right. I ain't saying I'm wrong. Like I said, I ain't crying on here. I'm just letting you guys know what happened. And one thing, it was like one thing when I went in my studio, it said my strike is until August. And I was like, oh fuck no. And then when I opened the links up in that thing in my studio, it said actually 7 days. So I said, oh, okay, so this just I'll come on Saturday and just do it. And that's what I'm doing right here, testing the page to see if I could bring it up and you guys can hear me. And then it wouldn't let me. And I was like, what in the fuck? Because y'all don't know, I went through some shit even trying to start a YouTube channel. I went through some shit like I had no clue, and some of them URLs and shit. I would need my boy, my little bro, activist beside me to help me pull all this shit up and put it together. I'll be knowing this shit. He can tell you. I'd be like, man, how you do this shit? And to real talk, he was the only one that told me about StreamYard. Because when I first did this show, I recorded it and I uploaded it to YouTube. And I did that a couple times. And I said, I don't want to do that. I want it live. So then I figured out how to do it live. It took me a minute, and it was on the job training. And then when I learned how to do it live, I was still in YouTube, and they just didn't have a lot of buttons to click. And I was like, well, how is everybody else able to do these different things and be creative? And I wanted to be creative. So then he said, he could tell you, I was months in to YouTube before I even knew about a StreamYard. You would think that somebody would have told me. Somebody. But nope. Nobody told me shit. He told me. And he got a channel himself. So go subscribe to the Active Activist. But it's not like he's doing it every day. You know? So go subscribe to the Active Activist. but he don't. It's not like he's doing it every day. You know, you got to have a certain amount of followers to go live on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, but when you first started, you could do the same thing in YouTube that you do and StreamYard to a certain extent. Like right now, I can't tell y'all how to put my picture up. I forgot how I was showing my face when I went live. When you do that, but I forgot how to do it. It ain't a lot of buttons that you can press there in here. You got the button that say end stream. You got an edit button, and I can see the chat on the side. I can see the minutes. I can see how many people come in. I can see how many people like or whatever, and that's cool. But you can see that in StreamYard and more. You could do little things. You could do the green screen. You could do. I don't know how to do none of that shit from the actual YouTube studio, the old school one. So people get operating systems that work with the YouTube studio, like a StreamYard. I think they got one called Melon and some other stuff. Hold on one second.
You just heard that?
I heard it. Cops.
It was a high-speed chase right there, and he shot at them, and he killed somebody.
Right here in front.
They killed somebody. I heard somebody yelling. They killed him. They killed him.
On the main street or right here on that?
High-speed chase right outside our house.
Mm.
And they yelled about they killed someone. They killed someone.
Oh, we'll hear it on the news. Door lock?
Yeah, I think so.
I'll get my guns. Okay. You just make sure stay away from your window.
I know. Literally my bed.
I will sleep on the floor. Hey, y'all just heard my daughter. Apparently for the first time in 11 years, because we've been in here 11 years. They some shooting going on. You know, I haven't heard that shit since I was a child growing up in the hood. But apparently there was some gunplay out there. In my Tackleberry voice, y'all old school know what I'm talking about when I say Tackleberry. But yeah, cameras on everything. You know we all up in here. I say, look, let me pull out my girls. Hold on 1 second, in fact. I got my girl sitting beside me. Come up in here if you want to. Best Pugilist said, damn, I hope y'all be safe out there. Man, there's so much stuff going on nowadays. It's ridiculous. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. My daughter older now, so sometimes I keep my shit in my drawer, but you know, that's not a good practice. I always normally lock my shit up, but on a night like this, I think they're gonna go to bed with me. I think, and I'm locked and loaded. But yeah, sometimes crazy shit happen, and I pray for the person that got shot or whoever. I don't know what's going on. I ain't running to see it. You know, I ain't one of them people that's gonna run to that shit. When when you was young, you used to look out the window. My mom was like, "Get away from that window." I know better now. Keep your ass in, stay in your lane. I ain't with all that gunplay and all that shit. But it could be some domestic shit. Who knows? That can happen anywhere. With the actor say, "Night like this, I wish that raindrops will fall." You know, so I don't mean to make light of it, but you know, I don't know what's going on, and hopefully everything was, okay. He can tell you too. I love the cops over here. Especially where I live, there's no way really to, like, you kind of like trap. Let me just say it like that. You come through this area, if you want to do something froggy, good luck making it out of here, because the cops around here lock this shit down quick. You know, you got to go through the country to get to the main roads, and you ain't gonna make it. I can promise you ain't gonna make it. So it don't pay to come over here and do that crime. I still got the pipes. Night like this, I wish. Y'all gonna give Eddie Kane a chance? That raindrops will fall. You remember how he said it like that? But yeah, so I mean, in the end, you guys, I apologize for not having a live show and being on. I honestly did try, and I'm gonna take the lesson. If I had to learn this lesson, I take the lesson. I ain't whining about it. I just hope that I'm able to come back on Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. as usual, doing my usual. And I hope you guys make y'all way back to the channel. I don't want to give up on my channel. I worked hard. I do a lot of reading in the morning. I used to get up first thing in the morning and read for like 6, 7 hours, everything, and then pick out what I thought was relevant for the day for me to talk about. Also, I still do that. I just don't have to get up early in the morning because, once you do it all the time, you know how to weed through it better. And so, but I put in hours of reading every day, and I watch everything boxing. That's all I do every day. Um, and I watch shows that might come on before me. Anybody's YouTube shows, whether I like you or not. Sometimes I check you out. Um, I watch your show after I go live. Now, if you come on after me, then I don't put that stipulation on there because you're coming on after me. But as a human being, let's be real. When you watching somebody else shit, ideas pop in your head. You can be influenced. So I don't want to be influenced. So I try to be authentically me. And so I watch a day late. So somebody like and I'm going to talk about the one thing I do. If I like you, and I want the people. Let me just put it this way: if I don't have nothing nice to say, I'm not gonna say it. But if I have something nice to say and I'm genuine about what I'm saying, then I might mention you. It don't mean that I agree with everything you say or whatever. Like when I talk about barbershop conversation, I like Fred. I don't agree with a lot of shit Fred say, and Fred knows it. I tell him that I don't agree with a lot of shit he say, but some things I do agree with. So sometimes you'll hear me talk about his show or Kyle's show, the boxing section, and but I like these guys. Anyway, I can break bread with them and talk with them and all that stuff, but I ain't agree with everything they say, and they don't have to agree with everything I say. So it's just one of the things. But I won't watch their show if they came on say, and they don't have to agree with everything I say. So it's just one of the things. But I won't watch their show if they came on before me, because what they do, I feel like can influence me. So I just won't watch them. But they come on after me. So that's how I do things. Now, if you come on after me, I watch you in real time. But if you come on before me, I watch you a day later. Just so whatever you doing or saying, whatever your topics are, it doesn't influence me. Just to keep me authentically me. When I read all these stories, and I read so much, right? Sometimes it be stuff that I know a lot of people miss, but as a person with my background and having that history degree, I know I bring that up a lot. But and it's a politics degree as well. That you have to do a lot of reading with those type degrees. You know, I'm not just telling you I got a degree. I actually got one. You know what I'm saying? So PGA's big dog was popping king. He said, salute Queen T. And PGA said Benavida is going to stop him and say, but I wanted to explain to you guys what happened. CBS hit me off saying that, some kind of way they affiliated with Showtime. And I wrote a note to them, a nice email, respectful email, and basically told them my perspective on what happened. And as I told you guys, when it comes to these YouTube channels, Google has a say over it too. When these big entities write that you violated them in any kind of way, even people who own songs and stuff, they don't have discretionary money set aside to plead your case, not even speak up for you. And they won't. So whatever that entity is complaining about you, whatever they say and suggestion they make, YouTube and Google just gonna follow through with it. They ain't gonna challenge them. They're not gonna say nothing. And forget about trying to call them. Ain't nobody gonna ever answer the phone. But legally, they gotta have a customer service a number available to the public. That don't mean they gotta answer, and they won't. Because I tried it. I actually let my phone ring for 6 hours. I bullshit you not. And you know I'm stubborn like that. I let it ring for 6 hours. Oh, I heard that PGH big dog. Let me say that as well. Rip to John Page, aka Batman. I'm sorry to hear that. May he rest in peace. I did not know. I did not know. I was shocked when I heard. I said, "Say it ain't so." But rip to John Page, Batman. I don't know what went there. I know he in the DMV area, and that is not good. I'm so sorry to hear that. Active said that's right. Stubborn. You know I am. Cause I am. Listen, I am a woman of my generation. But serious up, Rip John Page. I mean, I thoroughly enjoy Batman. I like him. I like the whole Russell clan, and I know he had big plans for his son, and he was working with his son to be a boxer. And you just never know when your time is up. So you got to do the best you can while you're here. And he was a good man. And I sincerely, my prayers are sent to the Russell family, his family, and everybody who knew and loved him. So sorry, he will be missed for sure, for sure. So yeah, damn. Oh Lord, you just don't know these days. So yeah, you do have to be careful and everything. PGA said he had a huge plans for his son. Damn, that hurts. It do, cause I mean, this man loved his kid, and he had plans for him. I mean, you know, I don't do PGH. Do you know the circumstance of what happened to him? I really don't know. I don't know if it was on purpose or if it was just an accident, or I really don't know anything details about it. But that's sad. I didn't know. So damn, that really got me. Yeah, I heard it earlier today on somebody's channel, and I said, huh? And I wasn't gonna say nothing because I don't know anything about it. But it seemed to be the case, I guess. You know, so rip. But yeah, y'all be careful with y'all channels out here. Be careful in life, period. But be careful with y'all channels out here and what y'all doing. Because, all of us got a good mind. We got common sense. And we can think what we think. I like to think that I have a good mind. And you can't say shit like that. Like, it's free. You can't say shit like that. The word free is free. I'm like, oh, okay. If you notice, I got 198 videos that I put out. And never once have I showed a boxing match until that day. Why? Because I heard the word free. And I'm sitting here telling folks, go get your Showtime subscription, if not for just 30 days. Because even when the Tank fight come on, what Showtime do, which I like, which I don't see Fox, that's AKA Bally's now, Bally Sport, and ESPN, I don't see how they do it either. But if you got cable, you can always go to those channels and get the on demand, and they will show what they've played already. That's another reason why I pay for my cable subscriptions. I pay for the Zone and I pay for ESPN Plus, Fight TV, whatever network I go to, I pay for it. But Showtime, what I like about them better than anybody else is that whatever fight they put on pay per view that week, the very next week they show it for free. Now, when Showtime was being greedy, when I think that they was changing it up, as my boy, as my brother say, the active activist, as he always say, the gentleman's agreement. He always say that they they break the gentleman's agreement. What they started doing that I noticed is that when they played the fight for free the next week, they only played the main event, and I was like, no, I'll play the whole card. They wasn't they wasn't playing the whole card, and I was like, why you doing that? You messing up. People was used to you playing the whole card the very next week. That way they ain't miss nothing. So that was the beauty of having Showtime. HBO used to do it too, but HBO don't have boxing no more, right? Active actor said that's right. Well, he got the hat, the top hat, and everything. The gentleman's agreement. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they was breaking that. And so I was like, okay, this sucks. But you tuned in anyway. You got the main event. But I seen later that they try to play the whole card. But again, if you have that subscription, if you pay for it, you can go on demand and go back and see anything that they've played on their channel. And that's why I pay for the shit. I don't want no hiccups, no problems, none of that shit. I just be like, let me go ahead and just pay that shit. I'm probably, like I said, the last Mohicans that actually pay a real cable bill. So I hope they listening to this and everything. I hope, because I sent them a letter. I hope my 4-page letter finds them in good spirits. Because I certainly wrote to them explaining my position and explaining, that I was using it for fair use, using use laws. And also, I was advocating for them the whole time. And even before that, I've advocated for them. What more can I do? And I put up the label on the bottom of my screen. I don't own this program. And I told people don't cash app me the day before. I didn't accept no cash apps that day when none was sent because I put it out the day before. I don't know what more can I do. I try to cover every basis. But again, I ain't crying. I'm just telling you what I learned. And when you know better, you do better. I'm not willing to walk away from my channel. So I'll sit here and click buttons all day to try to figure it out. And sometimes, like I'm feeling like right now, I should be good for Monday if I'm on right now. But you never know because I'm trying to do it through StreamYard. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do it through them. So if I'm doing it here, I'm thinking StreamYard gonna open up and I'll be able to do it through them. We'll see. We'll see. But if I can't get to you Monday, I feel like I will have it definitely up Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? But I work too hard for the things that I did gain. To the position I do have, or the people who come in. I'm not gonna walk away from all that. That would be absurd. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely would be more careful as to what I'm showing and this, that, and the other. And like I said, I've learned how you could play music and not get a hit. Why? Because I simultaneously broadcast. I will tell you the secret. If you really want to know, can you do something? Simultaneously broadcast your shit through like a Facebook because they stricter than everybody. And if Facebook don't have a problem, shit, you good to go. And that's the truth. Because Facebook would get you over the least of things. And if they ain't got a problem, and guess what? This particular night, guess who didn't have a problem? Facebook or YouTube. Because if you go through my studio, I don't have no copyright infringements. But they must have went to Google and said, "Hey, shut her down." They, like I said, they come with their complaint and they also come with suggestions. And YouTube and Google, they don't have no defense team sitting aside ready for you. They ain't paying nobody to represent you. They ain't gonna even try to represent you. They gonna be like, "Word, that's what you want us to do? Bet. Let me shut this bitch down." And that's what they did. And so I was like, okay. I clicked on some links and saw 2 different dates, and I said, okay, If it's just a week, I'll do that jail time. I'll do that bid. The motherfucker say to August. I was like, huh? Then when I clicked in the link inside that part, it would say to for 7 days. I was like, okay, I'll do that. But then I was like, I tried the next day. Then I was like, okay, I'm gonna just wait to Saturday. So Saturday is 8 days. That's more than seven. So that's why today I was like, let me get on and try to see if I could come up and do a test run. And that's what I'm doing right now. And as I'm clicking, I try to come in again through StreamYard and it didn't work. So I'm just telling y'all, even right now, I'm doing it through the YouTube, the actual YouTube studio. So if it works here, I'm going to go over to the StreamYard and just do a test. I'm just going to do like maybe a 3-minute test to see if it works. And that's what that's going to be. Y'all gonna be like, why you come up, Miss T? But I'm just testing. Because Monday, I want to be ready to be up and running, boom, come through and whatnot and all that. So thank y'all for listening and all that stuff. If anybody got something to say, again, rip John Page, aka Batman. Rip to all those folks who've lost their life this year. That's especially when you get older, that's a scary thing. One thing, I'm at that point in my life where I'm noticing I have classmates that I went to high school with that dropping, and that's not a nice feeling. And that's something you don't really come to until you get older. Because I don't remember going through this a lot when I was in my 20s. If somebody passed that I went to school with, it was something that happened. Like we had a kid, we all graduated, and I swear, not even a month later, dude died on a motorcycle accident. And I was like, God damn, we went to school, we went through all of this. He was over before he started. Or guys being knuckleheads, getting into stuff that you went to school with, and you be like, well, he chose that life. Or even girls, they be like, well, you chose that life. It was always um what you kind of expect. Like you just, I don't want to say it like this, but it's like when you're younger, you be like, okay, it's for a reason or something happened. And I know that sounds crass. I just don't know no other way to say it. Like, like I said, my one of the guys I went to school with, not even a month later after graduation, he's dead on a motorcycle. Should you not ride motorcycles? No, that's not what I'm saying. But there's an inherent risk to ride motorcycles. There's an inherent risk to being a knucklehead out there. Either way, girl or guy, there's an inherent risk. And so you just be like, oh, in your head, you thinking, oh, they chose that life. Um, it come with the territory. But when you get older, you don't think that way and you don't feel that way. You don't have those type of expectations. You think you have grown up and grown wiser and you know better. And but then you get to that age where people just dropping. I have a lot of people my age group just not waking up in the morning. And that shit is scary. That shit is real scary. Cause it's happening all the time. And then you start thinking like, damn, what about me? So it makes you more serious and cognitive of what you're doing and how you living. It makes you want to start eating right and cleaning your system and everything because it makes it more real. That invincibility leaves you. I don't know what age, but definitely I can tell you in your 40s, you be like, I ain't invincible. You start hearing stories and you say shit like, that could have been me. Like literally, you be thinking that could have been me. You know what I'm saying? Simple shit. Like I love KFC. I love Popeyes. I love all that shit. And, when I'm cheating or on my little diet or whatever, and I'm just out there just eating and shit, and I eat that type of food, I instantly feel the grief from it. Not like when I was 20, I eat that shit and belch, unbutton my buckle, my belt or my button on my pants, and be like, I got my sweatpants on. I'm like, whew, that was some good eating. And instantly be sleepy as hell. Got the itis like hell. But now, I eat that bullshit. My chest be tightening up and everything. And that's weird. It's the weirdest motherfucking feeling. I can tell people this close to my age that shit and they get it right away. But try telling that to somebody that's 20 or in their 20s. They don't know what the fuck you talking about. They be like, bitch, please. They don't believe you. Your parents can tell you shit like, don't read in the dark. You gonna pay for that later. You be like in your head in your 20s, like, but I see this shit. What the hell are you talking about? And you just keep doing it. And then you either, and there's no guarantee because nobody can quantify or qualify this, but when you get older, your eyes do start to diminish. They just do. That's why people wear reading glasses. Remember when you was young, you look at people to put on graph for some reading glasses or magnifying glass, you be like, huh? But when you get older, you understand that better, right? But what they could have been saying is it's gonna happen to you anyway. You're just increasing the chance that it happened earlier than it would have. That's all they can say. It's going to happen, but maybe it would have happened to you at 55 instead of 43 had you not been reading in the dark all the time, squinting your eyes and shit like that. I can tell you one thing as a female, and y'all guys might not relate to this, or maybe y'all can understand this. So when we're young, when we're young girls, we have this ability to cut off our pee. Like if we peeing, we can cut that bitch off like phew, and not a drop will fall. We could do that shit when we're young, real good, real easy. But your mother would tell you, don't do that. Don't do that, cause that ain't gonna last forever. And you be like, oh, whatever. You can't see it and you can't understand it. Cause why? It's not happening right now. But when you get older, and the moment that shit proves itself to be true, you be like, oh damn, she told you. You immediately go back to when she told you that shit. Because only an older woman can tell a young girl that shit. I don't do that. But boys would tell you that when they're young and they start to urinate, they can't cut it off. They gotta let it play out. Can I get an amen on that? Am I lying? If I'm lying, I'm flying. And that might not be true. All I can tell you is what guys used to say when I was younger. Could you be out, you be hanging with your friends, maybe y'all walking somewhere, you walking through the woods. Sorry for gapping y'all. You know, I mean, these gummies, these lifesaver gummies, they're cute. They're real cute and they taste good. Let's eat a handful. Now, I have been walking to the pool with some of my guy friends, and we all had to pee. This is when we were young. And like I said, we had to walk through the woods. And some of us girls would be like, I gotta pee, I gotta pee. So they be like, go over there. And if people act like they ain't never do this before, y'all lying. Go over there. And the guys will stand watch. These are your friends. These are your childhood friends. And you go over there behind a tree in the bush or whatever, and you might try to squat and you pee. The guys will always think it's funny, be like, here goes somebody, here goes somebody. And we will shoot, cut that shit off, pull our pants up, be ready to go. Boom. Because you don't want to get caught with your pants there, right? Ain't nothing sexual or nothing about that. But we would return the favor if our guy friends, childhood friends, had to go behind a tree or whatever and had to pee. And we stand watch. We on a perimeter. And we'll try to do them. The motherfuckers don't stop. They be like, I can't. Once the seal is broken, you gotta take it through fruition, right? You gotta keep going till you finish. And I remember those moments growing up. Cause we back when I was a kid, kids were kids. We went everywhere. It's not like how it is now. You don't want your kids too much out of your eyesight because there's some bad people out there, some sick people. And you be like, I'll be damned. I ain't about to lose my kids to no bullshit. But back in the day, nigga, we was everywhere. Places we ain't supposed to be or nothing. All up in the woods, everything. When I think about the shit that I did as a child, I would never want my children to do. But we kind of took away being a kid from kids. So we got them under guard and key. And we know why we're doing it, but it don't diminish the fact that they can't be kids. They can't explore. They can't just go everywhere because you never know. Like my daughter just was saying, somebody shooting out there. What if you let your kids outside at night and they just so happen to be at the wrong place? Nobody want to hear that. Back when I was young, the worst thing that could happen to you is getting hit by a car. We had a lot of that. I don't know if it's because I'm older. You don't hear about it. But when I was a child, there's a lot of childhood friends or people that you knew that got hit by a car and they died. Now that I ain't gonna say it don't happen, but I don't think it happens much. But motherfuckers snatching up kids right in front of your face. You know, you see in the YouTubes of people coming right in the grocery store trying to rip a kid. The mother and him put in tug of war with the kid. Stupid shit. So now you have to have your kids under watchful eye. And if you leave them with people, you want them to watch them too. Like how you watch them. It's hard. It's definitely more harder, to raise kids in the environment and how we raise them. Crime has diminished overall in America, but you can't tell because the shit that do happen is sick as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't even know why I'm talking about this, but like that's what I be thinking about. Is I'm like, the things that they tell you when you're young and you don't pay attention to it till you get older. And then you see that it's true. But there's no way that a person in their 20s can visualize or really embrace what life is when you're in your 40s and 50s. And it's definitely a game changer. It's definitely a game changer. So that's why I say you learn when you're young that you take lessons from everything because there's accountability and there's consequences. So you have to take the lesson. That's why I'm telling you guys, thank you for being loyal to me. I'm not crying. I'm not, boo. I'm not doing none of that shit. I'm telling you guys what happened to me. I'm also apologizing for not being there. I'm also telling you that I'm not walking away from my channel. I'm not, I'm gonna do whatever necessary. And if it wind up being that I gotta start over from scratch, I'm just that type of person. I'm not a quitter. I will start over from scratch. But I don't want to have to start over from scratch. It took me a while just to gain what I'm getting. I'm getting everything out the mud. I'm not getting help. I'm not crying about that neither. Ain't nobody is rushing over here to try to help me or do anything. And again, I can't stress this enough. I'm not crying about anything. I'm appreciative of everything. Period. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody owe me shit. And I live, and active actors can tell you that. I live by that credo. Don't nobody owe me a damn thing. I'm willing to put in the work and all that stuff. So, and I do be working. And I'm gonna tell you, to run a channel, you gotta have time on your hand. If you ain't got time on your hand, because you're raising kids, that's the hardest job you'll ever have in your life. There is no job harder than that. And you're raising your kid and you're managing your house and you working long hours, it's gonna be hard for you. Some people can do it. I ain't saying it can't be done, but people who try to do it gonna find out that shit is not easy as it seems. Even if you have a good partner as a wife or a husband and y'all raising your kids together, it's still hard. Because if you put a lot of time into this, what do I always say? You can't serve two masters. And I'm telling you, running a YouTube channel, you're like serving. That's one of them jobs like you're serving a master. Because if you want to be clickbaitish and you want to lie and create narratives that don't make sense and shit, it's by all means, that's easy all day, every day to be controversial. But if you want to do justice and have a decent rapport with your audience and be authenticated and and just do right and just do right and tell the truth as much as possible. Because sometimes you'll say something and it ain't always true. But you got to be willing to come back and say, I was wrong. I did that wrong, and now I know, and I won't do that again. You know, I'm one of the people, I can do that. Ain't no shame in my game. I'm not perfect, and I can make mistakes. So ain't no shame in my game. I just learned a lesson, and I'm gonna take this lesson for what it is. If I'm able to get back on my StreamYard and broadcast like I normally, I'm just gonna take the lesson in it. If I have to come to y'all like this with a blue screen, I'll figure out how to put a picture on it. If it won't let me back to StreamYard, I had to, like I said, I had to go back in and reopen my damn Gmail account. That's how bad they kicked me all the way fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So I learned my lesson, and hopefully I do better going forward. As far as if any of them are listening, I'm gonna tell you, you got the last of the Mohicans. I don't steal shit. I ain't said I'm perfect now. I ain't said I don't take a hookup. But real talk, I'm one person that pays through the nose for subscriptions. About having a page that come out every Saturday for Star Trek. Most of y'all that's over your head, you probably say, Misty, I ain't listening to that. That's cool. You ain't got to. That's another passion of mine. I am a Trekkie. You hear me? I'm a straight up Trekkie. So I'm thinking about having a page where I review Star Trek. Why? Because there's no page out there like that. And I hope I ain't giving that away, because sometimes you got to keep shit close to the vest, you know, because you don't want nobody to take your idea and just run with it. But if they did, they did. But, I be looking for pages on YouTube. I told you I don't even watch TV like talking about it. I pay for cable like I watch TV all the time, but I don't. I hardly ever watch TV. It's for the certain shows that I can get boxing on. That's why I do it. If I stop being a boxing fan right now, I won't have cable no more. They can kiss it goodbye. I'm done. But because I'm a boxing fan, is the only reason why I still purchase cable, pay all that money for subscriptions to different networks because of boxing. Take that away from me. Y'all can cancel Christmas. But I pay for instance, Paramount. I have a subscription to Paramount. And Paramount got to get better at the shows that they offer people because their lineup is ugh. Whoever is in charge of that, they got to get better with that. There's only one reason I pay for that subscription faithfully, and that is because of Star Trek. Because you can go to Paramount and get Star Trek for free. If you go to Amazon Prime, you can get Star Trek there too, but you got to pay for it. If you go to any channel and try to pull up Star Trek, especially the new series that they have out, you got to pay for it. And I would love to be a part of a Trekkie YouTube channel where they review Star Trek and talk about it, because sometimes you don't catch the shows all the time, and you want to keep abreast of who's who, what time frame this is going down. What if you want to keep up with the inventions and all that stuff, because right now they got a new one called Star Trek Strange New World, and it has Admiral Pike. Now I know some of y'all, like I said, it's over your head. Admiral Pike was before Captain Kirk. I definitely know that. NC 1701 and the different variants of NC 1701. Y'all, I'm geeking out on y'all right now, so I apologize. But I definitely know that. And I would just like to have a show where we just talk about and review the channel, and basically maybe, just maybe, the people who write for them shows um, can hear what we have to say as fans and maybe do it a little better. And we can tell them, oh, you kind of messing up going in this direction. or what have you. Because Star Trek, unlike Star Wars and other sci-fi channels, you can actually watch Star Trek, and it's one of the one shows that's supposed to be fake that you can actually say, that shit probably real, because they don't put none of their scientific stuff on there that cannot be proven for real or maybe real because of speculation. Because everything in this, speculation is a real job that has been since this country existence, and even before this country exists. And hell, the stock market is about speculation. So when they speculate about science or what may happen next, that's real. So Star Trek is one of them things for me. And I like the time frame and the mindset of people, because superficial shit does not reign supreme in the Star Trek world. But intellect does. And for me, is very gratifying, and I gravitate to stuff like that. So that's why I'm a Trekkie, have been for shit as long as I can know. And I'm gonna have a show. It ain't gonna be a long show, but it's gonna be something that I talk about. But again, I'm not a social media buff, so I don't want to create another internet page, or I mean, a social media page, or a was a Gmail account. I don't want to do that. So I might do it off of my page, but I might do it on Saturdays in the evening time while I come on and we review Star Trek. And I'm sure people who are Trekkie, they gravitate to each other. And so I want to do that. So I'm just telling y'all, heads up, the things I'm gonna be into. If you're a Trekkie, come through. If you're not, you're not. That's okay. But once people see on YouTube, oh, we got a place for us to go to, they will come. If you build it, they will come. If they don't, they don't. But that's when, again, I like what I like, and I don't feel like I should inundate my friends or family who don't like what I like in much conversation about that what I like. But I am who I am, so I listen to their conversations, and half the stuff that they be talking about, I don't care for. But I'm that way. I'll listen to shit that I don't care for, just to show how complimentary I am to another person. But that ain't always reciprocal, and that's okay. I don't get mad at that. But there are people out there that think like me and like the things I like. So that's why I like YouTube as a venue or avenue that I can go through and find people that's just like me. But that's all I had to say. Thank you guys for coming in. I didn't know I was gonna be on this long. It was an hour, almost 30 minutes. It's an hour and 22 minutes. Thank you guys. Please hit the like button and whatnot. And thank you for listening. And I will be back Monday for sure. But if y'all see me come through StreamYard with another test, that's all. That's all I'm doing is testing to make sure I'm connected and everything, so that Monday, when I come through, I don't have to sit down here right before the show and try to load everything up and find out that I'm still locked out. If you don't see me Monday, it's because I'm still locked out. I ain't figured out everything, but I'm definitely here clicking the buttons and stuff like that. Rest in peace, John Page. Shout out to the family, prayers sent. Rest in peace, anybody who lost their life this year. And y'all be safe out there. And thank y'all for listening. And thank y'all for caring. But I'm out.